Yo, what's up, world? What's up, world? It's your host that wrote the most, Steve-O Stoner, aka FBA Stoner. You did FBA Stoner trap. We into the building. We here. We finna tap into what was going on with the whole situation with the Deante Cal or Dante Cal, whatever his name was, dissing Tariq Nasheed and the FBA. We diving directly into this because I really been waiting to get at this for a few days, but I've been having shit going on. So let's dive right into it. Shout out Tough News TV for this clip. Ah, come on. Okay, let's stop right there. Let's just pause right there for 1 second. That's a lie. Hidden Colors was about Black history globally. We gonna debunk these lies one by one. Hidden Colors was a documentary that he did about global blackness. It was about achievements and contributions that we put in here on American soil and abroad. You know what I'm saying? So he was telling this hat to everybody. That's not a Pan African film. Okay, so and it's the verbiage for me. Saying cult is really extreme. FBA is a lineage. Foundational Black American is a lineage. It's something we was already saying. You already addressed yourself as a Black American. Foundational is just a commemorative term for it to acknowledge all the people that came before you here and put in work for your lineage specifically here, because a lot of us are here, 43 million plus specifically are here and tied to directly to this land. Our family is here. We don't have aunties, uncles, cousins from the Caribbean or from Africa. We don't. Me specifically, I can trace my lineage as a Johnson on this soil to the 1700s, to one of my great 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 grandfathers fighting in the Revolutionary War that shaped this country. So if you are like me, you are a foundational Black American, whether you like it or not. It's not about an ideology. It's not about some thought. It's not. Some foundational Black Americans are Democrat. Some are Republican. Some are Muslim. Some are Christian. Some don't believe in God. Some are Crips. Some are Bloods. Some work every damn day and don't got nothing to do with gangs. Some go to school. Some go get a trade. You get what I'm saying? It's not about the ideology. It's about your lineage. Where does your family come from? That's it. And we're recognizing and respecting that lineage. If you have a problem with it, you sound like a tether. You sound like somebody that is not from the lineage. And let me just pause this and say this. What do you do besides sit on a fucking podcast and talk, my nigga? You don't. It's not like you're in actually doing anything, brother. You're sitting there talking about a person dividing people who don't have a unity. First of all, what do we have unified with Africans abroad? I'll wait. We don't have shit. I'm just being real with you. There is no unification, not economically, not socially. We Well, let's break it down to the common denominator, right? So you want to speak about white supremacists and they talking points, but they talking points lead to actual litigation. They talking points lead to things like Jim Crow, things like the civil rights, things like, you get what I'm saying? And it's law and military backed behind that. With foundational black Americans recognizing and respecting our lineage, number one, it's just that. It's recognizing and respecting the lineage. We are not using our vernacular to somehow oppress people systematically. We're not doing it. We not locking everybody up saying because we foundational black American and you not, you got to go to jail. Your kids can't go to the same school as my kids. We're going to poison your food. You get what I'm saying? You get the road I'm going down? We're not doing anything oppressive. We're not physically hurting people by saying that we want to recognize our lineage. What is happening is that you're not able to leech off of us anymore. You see how that works? You're not able to leech off of us and exploit us and take everything from us and then turn around and denigrate us and downgrade us and say that we're less than. We just not falling for that no more. So now everybody has a problem with the person not wanting to be used anymore. You see how that go? What are we dividing? I'm gonna keep asking that. What are we dividing? What do we have that is unified? And the thing is, what do we have to do? Foundational black Americans don't have to do shit but recognize our lineage and respect that. We don't have to be the shield that absorbs everybody else's bullshit. We don't have to go out there and be marching and all have on FBA sweaters. We don't have to do that. All we gotta do is recognize and respect the lineage. That's a basic question. That's probably when you think about the question of where you're from, that's not oppressive to somebody. That's identifying. Everybody got somewhere they from. Literally, if you're having a conversation with somebody that you don't know, where are you from is probably like top 5 questions you gonna ask. The only reason that you find that offensive is because you're trying to assimilate to us. Because the thing is, blackness is shared in a cultural form, it's shared in skin color, and it's shared in your lived experience. You dig? So our lived experience ain't the same. Our culture ain't really the same. Y'all come over here and try to suck up our culture, but it ain't the same as far as us having our culture and y'all having y'all own culture, which is that's cool. But the problem comes in where the skin color and everybody is black. Everybody is black when it's all good. But when shit goes left, we're left on our own to hold the bag as black Americans. So with that being said, we're making everybody else pull their own bootstraps up and hold themselves up and hold themselves accountable for everything that goes on in their lineage. Yeah, so we gonna go straight to what Tariq had to say. I like to get it straight from the source. So we gonna go straight to what Tariq said. Make sure y'all get to stonertrap.com. Check out the music, the merch, live streams, and live performances. I know it's getting cold out there all across America, no matter where you at. We got these cool little beanie hats. They on sale right on the website. Make sure you get up there, stonertrap.com. Let's go. Family. Tariq in the building.
Guys, to give me a fly retweet, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a fly retweet. Everybody retweet me. Repost this on your Facebook, everybody. Yeah, looking nice, healthy, and refreshed. Yeah, man, I've been traveling all over the world. Yeah, I've been all over the world, man. So yeah, I'm nice, recharged, refreshed, all that good stuff. Oh man, a lot of stuff we got to talk about, man. Again, y'all start retweeting so everybody can be in here when we're talking about the subject matter. I want everybody to be in here, ladies and gentlemen. I want everybody to be in here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all retweet the space and then like and subscribe and all that stuff. Retweet. Everybody retweet. All right? Before I get started, you know I got to shout out some of the family in here. Real quick, we got Ty Powell in the building. We got Brother Wartox in the building. The lovely Ebony Dean in the building. All right. Those are my great moderators making it do what it do. All right. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Grammys because all of this is going to tie in. We're going to talk about the Grammys. Now, listen. Let's get into what we got to talk about. Now, as you guys know, there was a big fat sassy punk, a DNC puppet, who made a video coming after and disparaging foundational Black American lineage. The Grits and Eggs podcast, Deante Kyle, big old flabby punk, came after the lineage, and we got to understand where it's coming from. He did all of the DNC talking points. This is something coming from the DNC. Let's be very, very clear. All right? Let's be very, very clear. They signal boost his rant against foundational Black American. They try, they do the thing where they try to frame it as a group. They do a little straw man where they try to frame FBA as a group and then try to attack that. They're attacking the lineage. You know why? There is no group. Right. There's no organization. You're not attacking something that doesn't exist. You're attacking a lineage of people. That is
and that's important to remember because it's always a group of people trying to undermine us, right? And that can be either the tethers, which is the immigrants that are black, non-black, just trying to assimilate to us. That can be the white supremacists. And that can be our own people, the Sambos and Coons sometimes. Like, really, is, and you got to know when they start framing it like that, why would FBA be some type of group that a government conspired to put together if FBA's one of our main things as a lineage is trying to obtain reparations, right? So why would the government send out a group that is trying to get money from the government for their wrongdoings? That don't make sense. Just like fundamentally, that don't make sense. You get it?
Thing that is FBA. There is no group. There is no leader. When they start bringing me up, yeah, that leader, y'all ain't outside. All that old sad. I'm gonna play some of the clips. I ain't gonna play a lot of it, but I'm gonna play some of the clips. When they do that, they're trying to reframe the narrative so that they can attack it and control it, but they can't. The lineage and our delineation is a power move that they were not expecting. This is whooping everybody's ass. They are trying to contain it. These people are very upset that we have stopped the tethering. They are very upset that we've stopped the abuse. We've stopped the hustling of us. You understand? Yeah, if anybody says Tariq is the leader, that's them deliberately lying, wasting your time. But let me play some of the clips of Deante Kyle. Let me play some of him disparaging me and disparaging our lineage, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on one second. Let me get it together. And while I'm talking, ladies and gentlemen, you guys, all right, you guys share the space. You guys share the space, ladies and gentlemen. Let me play some of the rants of Deante Kyle. And again, he hit on all of the talking points of the DNC. Look, every election cycle, they come around, circle around, try to disparage me, try to discredit me. They've been doing this for like over a decade. They do this every election cycle. Now they're trying to disparage the entire lineage, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me play some of this stuff. All right, this is Deante Kyle. Hold on one second.
Tariq Nasheed gaining such a following.
Yes, I do have a large following, yes.
Because he's abusive.
Oh, Lord. I'm abusive?
In his verbiage, he's abusive in his rhetoric, and he's here to divide.
So I'm dividing. I'm dividing. Now, I want y'all to look at something. We're going to cover this. Now, look at my concern. Okay. Now, he's just doing Democrat shield talking points. But look at some of the people.
What did some of those comments say? That nigga Fed dude hated on me over and over. I was running for U.S. Senate 2022. At one of the blackest platforms in the country. He kept throwing dirt on my name. But he pro-black, right? Your ass probably a tether. Gary Chambers. Who the fuck is Gary Chambers? Gotta look him up. Tariq agent. He got a bunch of dick riders in his comments. That's what it is.
Now, I want y'all to look at something. We're going to cover this. Now, look at my concern. Okay. Now, he's just doing Democrat shield talking points. But look at some of the people that was co-signing them, all right, in the comment section. My son, tell the truth, my inja.
Oh, that was my son?
Gary Chambers. Ebro, I'm going to get on them in a minute.
Ebro, that's who that was? Ebro, old man, bro. Come
Gary
on, man.
Chambers. Ebro, I'm going to get on them in a minute. I'm going to get on Ebro and all them in a minute. I'm going to get on them. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. I sure am going to get on Ebro and them in a minute. Oh, yes, I am. Well, let me go to some. I ain't gonna play too many because I don't want to. They circle around and say, "Well, I use their stuff or whatever."
Right.
So Ebro was in a lot of the comments. Ooh, you talking that talk, And there was a rapper Simba. Now Simba's, I think he's Caribbean or something. Simba, and I like Simba. He can rhyme, but Simba's non-FBA. So a lot of the non-FBA cats are hopping in the mix. Hold on.
Look at that. It's a comment right there. May 5. He said, this dude lying through his teeth. I personally went to a rally for FBA reparations in 2022 and 2024 and went to the FBA Expo in 2023. FBAs are definitely outside. Lion tethers are going to be lion tethers, though. Carry on.
Niggas ain't involved in nothing outside. They ain't doing shit outside. They on the internet looking for niggas that look just like them to degrade and call tethers all day. I don't see these niggas doing no work against none of these fucking Nazis, none of these fucking Klansmen, nothing. All I see is them niggas calling out other black people all day.
And that's important to recognize that this dude is lying about the not being outside thing, because Tariq definitely has organized several rallies for reparations around the country. Even whether it was in Cali, I think he did one somewhere else, like in the Midwest or something like that. Tariq does a lot of speaking engagements. He does a lot of work for the community. He came and personally bailed a lot of brothers out of jail that was wrongfully accused by police. So yeah, he's literally fighting against the system, dude. And Tariq Nasheed runs a history museum called the Hidden History Museum in LA. He has more artifacts in there than some of your state and federal museums around the country. So those are accolades that, if we speaking on Tariq personally, since you want to claim he's this leader that he's not, you made up some make-believe group in your head, but that's cool. But if you speaking on him, he's doing the work. You just the brother talking on a podcast. I don't see you doing any historical film documentaries. I don't see you opening any museums. I don't see you rallying for reparations. I don't see you doing any of that. And you speaking on a brother, trying to conflate him to smacking around tethers that disrespect the lineage and say that he's divisive. Man, stop that, bro.
That's divisive as fuck.
Okay. Ain't that what you doing?
Come on.
Ain't that what you're doing?
Come on.
How was that divisive, and that's just what you're doing?
We have got to the point where...
Y'all get to stonertrap.com. Check out the music, the merch, live streams, and live performances. Let's go.
You ain't outside. You're too big and fat to be outside. You inside eating. Deante. So again, all of that trying to frame FBA as a group that's outside and all that stuff. Well, you got a straw man argument about a group that don't exist, and you're complaining that the non-existent group is not outside doing group stuff.
That don't even make sense.
There is no group outside because there is no group called Foundational Black American. Foundational Black American, ladies and gentlemen, is a lineage of 43 plus million people. That is the only thing Foundational Black American is. It is nothing more, nothing less.
Come on.
If your lineage goes to the beginning of this country, you are a Foundational Black American. You don't have to walk around with a shirt that says FBA. You are a Foundational Black American by logic.
Come on.
You don't have to join a group. You don't have to join a cult. It's none of that stuff. It is an ethnic identifier. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, they know this. Let's be very clear. He's not dumb. Again, these are Democrat shield talking points.
Exactly. And my thing about it is, why is it that everybody else gets to acknowledge their lineage? If we're speaking about black people specifically, why is it okay that everybody else can acknowledge who they are culturally and that is different than everybody else in the diaspora? For example, why is it cool that a Jamaican can be a Jamaican? Yeah, they have African heritage, They have Africa. It goes. Their bloodline goes back to Africa. But what they had was an ethnogenesis. They were a people that came to a different land, had a different experience. Now they have their own music, food, culture, language, dance, style of dress, everything. Sounds familiar, don't it? Black people that came from abroad and some that were here came here and had a lived experience through something very tragic, which was slavery, and built a country based on it. And building that country, we build a culture. We have our own foods, we have our own way of speaking, we have our own dress, we have our own music. You get where we going? So why is it not okay when we stand up and start recognizing and respecting that for ourselves? Only people that's gonna have a problem with that are people that want to control you. See, because that is power when you start identifying yourself. When you take it upon yourself to say, hey, we are this people. This is how we rockin', this is how we carry ourselves, this is our code, blase blah. We not even that, we just gonna recognize everything that we've been through in our lived experience and the culture that we created along the way doing that.
Because the Democrats know FBA they lost because of delineation. This delineation is whooping everybody's ass.
Facts.
And they're talking about being divisive. See, it's only divisive when we want to say, hey, we are our own unique ethnic group. We are on code with each other. We got a lot of these weirdos out of our mix, and we're looking out for our best interest. See, these Democrat shills, and the Democrats send these people out here because, see, they're upset because right now in the country, as we see, we are not being abused as foundational Black Americans, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a fact.
For the first time in a long time in history, other groups are being targeted right now. We are not. I knew that we were not going to get targeted. We are not being targeted, and they don't like that. These people, the DNC, they don't like that. We are not being targeted. We got on code and said, hey, wait a minute, no. We ain't about to jump out here on the sword for everybody. So now they got all of these federal militarized police out here. And you know, if they've been doing all this training, they got to release some of this training on somebody. So it's always supposed to be us. They done all this training, so they got to release on somebody. So it's supposed to be us, but it's not us. We ain't jumping out there because we let people know this immigration thing is not our fight. We are not immigrants.
Facts.
We, ladies and gentlemen, are not immigrants, and we don't want to be compared as immigrants. We're standing on lineage business, and they don't like that. Because that's making us powerful. So now we're getting on code with each other based on lineage. There is no leader of no damn lineage. It is impossible to have a leader of a lineage. Anytime people say that, they're doing it to be disrespectful, and they're trying to minimize the impact of the delineation movement. Because they know it's powerful and you cannot latch on to it. But people expect us, foundational Black Americans, to go out here and take all of...
Let me pause that real quick. I wanted to play this just to prove that foundational Black Americans is a thing. It's being noticed by ABC News. Tariq Nasheed just posted this.
We're highlighting foundational Black Americans whose ingenuity, innovations, and labor play a critical role in American culture and infrastructure, including Alexander Miles, who invented automatic elevator doors in 1887, and Garrett Morgan, who invented the 3-light traffic signal in 1923. And our next guest is working to ensure that foundational Black Americans' contributions are known.
It's
Before the
coming.
modern day toilet, the can, the pot, the throne, the john, whatever you call it, going to the bathroom used to be messy, uncomfortable, it smelled bad, and it could also spread disease. All that began to change because the foundational Black American invented the modern indoor toilet, and his name was Thomas Elkin.
Yeah, thank goodness for Thomas Elkin. And that is just one of many videos made by author and creator of Foundational Black American Legacy, Teresa Allman. She joined on this Black History.
I love that. See, this is the thing. The delineation movement has happened. It's real. And y'all can kick and scream as much as you want to. But black people on this soil are having a very prideful moment where we are understanding who we are. We not disrespecting anybody else amongst the diaspora if we speak in black people. And the thing about it is you could tell everybody got a bug in their ass because they were using us for so long and we just couldn't see it. We just could not see how people was tethering on to us. You got great people amongst the diaspora, from the Caribbeans, from Africa. You got great people that come amongst us, recognize the struggle, connect with it, and build with us. But you got way too many people that get over here, undermine black folks, and act like they're better than us, and they've been sent here almost just to replace us. It's like they bots. It's like they're literal like NPCs. Like I don't even get it. How can you get over here as a black person, see the struggle that we've been through, and disrespect that? How could you have the nerve? Shame on you.
The abuse for everybody else. That's the name of the game. They want us to go out here and take the abuse for the Somalis. Oh, they're not supposed to get harmed. Now you got white people out here getting harmed. Oh, that's definitely not supposed to happen. Where are the black people? Come on, black people. Come on out here and step up. Get on out there, Don Lemon. That's why they're getting all the Democrat shills to go out there to do the sacrificial falling on the sword. And they're trying to encourage us. We're not doing that. We're not going out there. We ain't doing that. No. We're not immigrants. The immigration thing is not our battle. They're going to have to fight their own battles. And they're trying to shame us. See, this was a shaming tactic. Y'all ain't outside, okay? This big old chubby punk looking like a human cheeseburger is trying to, I guess, convince us to get out here and fight everybody else's struggle. We're not doing that.
Trying to send us off.
We're not doing that. And let me tell you something. There's a play from the Democrats. They want to make us comparable to immigrants. The name of the game is to disrespect us and make us comparable to immigrants. Did y'all see the Grammys tonight? The Grammys had a few people get on that stage and start talking that immigrant stuff. I told you, every time these folks win awards, they start delineating and all this stuff. So they had a couple of people get on stage talking about immigrants this, immigrants that. Let me play a couple of clips. I'm not going to play the video because I don't want to get no kind of strike, but I'll play the audio. This one lady, what is her name? I don't know this woman's name. Olivia Dean. I've never heard of her. But she won the Best New Artist Grammy. Hold on. This is her. She got some kind of English accent or whatever. So she's up here talking about some damn immigrant, whatever. Here we go. All right. Let me speed it up a little bit. Let me see, playback speed. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Let me get it.
Love podcasting, but hate.
Make sure y'all get over to stonertrap.com. Check out the music, merch, live streams, and live performances.
Let me see if it works.
Thank you. I never really imagined that I would be up here, let alone nominated, so thank you so much. I just want to say that an artist is really nothing without their team. Emily, my best friend, my manager, we've been doing this for 10 years.
Okay, let me slow it down. I got
She's talking fast.
Speed it up a little bit, so let me slow it down just a taste. All right.
So this is for you too, and my family, and I guess I want to say I'm up here as a granddaughter of an immigrant. I wouldn't be here.
I'm up here as the granddaughter of an immigrant. Well, they get up there, the minute they win awards, they let you know they're not, we're not those guys.
Yeah.
Always. I told you, they've been doing this shit for years.
Yeah, I'm a product of bravery, and I think those people deserve to be celebrated.
Bravery?
Just listen to the word choice.
Bravery?
Yeah, man. Pay attention.
Okay.
Let it sink in.
What's brave about fleeing? What's so brave about that? That ain't really too brave. Brave is standing on damn business. Brave is sticking it out and building up your homeland in spite of adversity. That's bravery.
That's bravery. Bravery is what foundational Black Americans have done, which is stay here and fought oppression and just systematic destruction for 400 fucking years. To be a slave on the land means that you didn't compromise to anybody just taking you. You wasn't with the shit because you didn't sign a treaty. You didn't sign an agreement. That means you was never with it. That means somebody took you against your will. You get how that works? And you fought all the way through it until you was freed, until you went through Reconstruction, Jim Crow, civil rights, the Revolutionary era, survived crack. It's just so much going on, and we here today. And for somebody to be here today and be disrespecting what we have going on, it's just null and void. We're not going for
bravery. You bounced? That's bravery.
Y'all over here enjoying what we built.
These are talking points that sounds like the people on top then sent down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it gets worse. Oh yeah, that sounds like a script right there. Now, Nigerian artist Shabuzi, who's a country artist. Oh, did y'all hear his award? Oh, he went for the jugular. Listen to Shabuzi.
What did he say?
Shabuzi is a Nigerian American who does country music. I think Beyonce kind of put him on a little bit. I think she gave him some shine. So Shabuzi, who does country music, which was a genre created by foundational Black Americans, Shabuzi got his award and said this, ladies and gentlemen.
As a part of this, Harvey Mason, thank you so much. I have the greatest team in the world. Thank you so much. And again, the last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country, literally.
What? Literally? Is you fucking
Immigrants
dumb?
built this country.
Are you dumb?
Literally. Literally, no.
You gotta be slow.
Literally, no. Hold on.
So this is for them, for all children of immigrants. This is also for those who came to this country in search of better opportunity, to be a part of a nation that promised freedom for all and equal opportunity to everyone willing to work for it. Thank you for bringing your culture, your music, your stories, and your traditions here. You give America color. I love y'all so much.
Just think about, hold on, I know Tariq finna say what he gonna say, but just think about what that man just said. He's speaking about the music, the food, the culture, and all that. Looking, dressing, talking, walking, and doing the music of a foundational Black American. Yo ass is a goofy, fam. I'm reading right here, Shabuzi's massive breakout hit is a bar song, Tipsy, released in April 2024, which topped Billboard Hot 100 for a record-breaking 19 weeks in 2024. The country hip-hop, which is two genres created by foundational Black Americans while you sitting there shouting out music from immigrants. The country hip-hop crossover song, which sampled Jaquan, which is a foundational Black American rapper from 2004. He had a hit song named Tipsy that you took and you remixed, fam. You see how that worked? They come over and literally tether on to everything we got. Get on stage, get their accolades, they moments to shine. And instead of shouting us out and saying, love to the culture, I love Black Americans, thank you, shout out to my homeland, woo-wop the wham, you made it your business to skirt around that and just benign neglect us, period. And just go all in and say, shout out to the immigrants. Your ass a goofy. On folks grade, your ass is like really a goofy. Shagoofy.
Yeah. Family, They done told them to get up there and say all this stuff. Immigrants built this country?
What?
And then some of the people in the comments were like, they're like, yeah, he telling the truth. All right, when? When did these immigrants build the damn country? Well, the Asians built the railroad. They with that same old shit that we done debunked a million times over. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why delineation is important.
This is why we delineate.
We're not going to let the cheeseburglar, Deante Kyle, sit up here and tell us we're divisive when people get their asses up here and try to erase us from history.
We called that man the cheeseburglar.
That's done. When they get up there talking about that immigrants built America, that's deliberately trying to crap on us and to erase us like we don't damn
that's
exist.
What you call erasure.
Our people, and we are not no damn immigrants. We ain't never been no damn immigrants. Nothing remotely close to a damn immigrant. Let's get that straight. And we're going to continue to get straight now.
I lost my
Y'all not going to shame us into not checking this nonsense. We're divisive and fools going to get on national TV lying about the culture and the lineage and who did what.
We divisive, but he just got on there, lied, and delineated. You see how that worked? You see how he delineated himself away from black Americans when he just took on all of black American culture? Took everything that he could, got all the gains that he could from it, and then completely just dismissed it, erased it.
And just create a sense of erasure while you winning a Grammy on a music genre that we created. No damn immigrant created that.
Goofy dude.
You know how disrespectful that is? Let's be very, very clear.
It's my weed, bro.
America's physical infrastructure was built on enslaved labor, not no damn immigration.
Come on. I want to expand on that before you keep going in on his point, because I like how Tariq give his breakdowns. My bad, bro. Got the crazy face right there. Think about it like this. If you got enslaved laborers as a business, if you got people that will work for free, that you've enslaved, you made them work for free. Ain't no doubt about it in the mind. Like, will they show up tomorrow? Is they gonna stop fucking with this next week? No, you have a violent system, a thorough system to make sure that they ass gonna stay there. Would you go out and source people not from down the street, not from the next county, not from the next city, not from the next state, from out the country to come do the work when you've got thousands and up to a point millions of slaves? Please make that make sense for me.
Enslaved labor, not no damn immigration.
The critical thinking it's just not there, bro.
Before mass immigration, all of that stuff began, the core economic foundation, ladies and gentlemen, of this nation, it was already laid. Foundation of black American labor, we built the roads, the ports, the plantations, the canals, the rail beds, the government buildings, entire cities across the South and parts of the North, ladies and gentlemen. And the wealth generated from our labor financed all the banks, all the universities, all the insurance companies, all the shipping industries. All of early industrialization came from foundational black American labor. The immigrants followed the goddamn infrastructure. They didn't create it. Don't let these people tell that lie.
You haven't listened?
This is proven, man. This is proven. All you have to do is read. You can read books from the 1800s. You can read books from the 1700s. You can read books that are current day.
Well, Johnny-come-latelys who came after the structures were already standing, they immigrated to something. They benefited from the foundation. We are the foundation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's stop playing. The hardest, most dangerous foundational labor? Clearing the land, draining the swamps, surviving malaria zones. We had to break the soil. That was us doing that. That was our family doing that. Don't let nobody disrespect your family. You're not going to erase. This is why delineation is here. You're not going to erase us. You can whine and cry. We're going to stand on FBA business and remind you of the damn.
Give me like 2 seconds. I left my weed on the counter. Yeah, my herbs. Can't say weed. My herbal cares. I left my herbal cares. Shit. Alright, cool. Left my herbal cares, bro.
Truth. Y'all not gonna sit here talking about some goddamn immigrants came over here and built all this shit, and you didn't build a goddamn thing where you fled from. You didn't build nothing there. I had some fool telling me, yeah, in Florida, it was Cuban, it was Jamaican, and Haitians had built in Florida. Well, damn it, why didn't they do the same in Cuba, Haiti, and Jamaica?
Facts.
Huh? I don't want to hurt feelings, but we're going to talk truth now. We're going to talk some damn truth. All that trying to rewrite history and all that stuff.
It just
we
don't
ain't
make
doing
sense. It don't.
This is why delineation is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go back to Winnie the Punk, Deante Kyle, big old fat flabby punk. Let's get back to him. All right, let's get back to him.
He on his moppers.
And his rant against foundational Black Americans. These DNC talking points. Let's get back on that. Because like I said, these people want us abused. Mm-hmm. Now this guy, Deante Kyle, from what I understand, this guy, he was born of a white mother. He has somewhat of an identity crisis. Yeah, Winnie the Punk, he's all loud and sassy. You know, the DNC loves a big old sassy punk.
Yeah,
they love that.
Of course.
Y'all ain't outside. Y'all sound like the feds. Y'all ain't even outside. What y'all doing? Okay. The DNC loves a buck-broken, sassy punk. They love that. All right? They love that. To do the dirty work for them. But the thing is, we as foundational Black Americans, we know our identity. We know our identity. This Kyle brother, he was born of a white woman. But she gave him away in 2 days. He was 2 days old, I think. Didn't he say he was like 2 days old? And she gave him up. Whoa. Had some white mother, gave him up, and he got adopted at like 2 days old or something like that.
I ain't know that.
You don't know his father. His father supposed to be black. His father might be a tether.
Damn.
Father might be a tether.
God damn.
So he don't know who he is. He doesn't know who he is. He don't know who he is. And there's a delineation movement rooted in people who are 100% sure who they are. We know who we are.
Think about
that. And we
that.
can stand on lineage business, and we're very proud of our foundational Black American family, and we honor them.
So just think about that. So could it be that Mr. Kyle is projecting his own lived experience onto the rest of us as foundational Black Americans? Because we know who the hell we are. Yeah, we going through our trials and tribulations, but it's very clear what side of the fence we standing on. You dig? Like, with this guy, it's like, bro, is you one of us or no? Because the way you talking, G, you talking about we the feds and we a bunch of goofies for following them, basically. It's like, bro, what type of shit is you on?
Now, how does that feel to somebody who was dumped? Who was dumped by a white woman? Let's unpack this.
Take them to church.
Oh, let's unpack. I'm trying to be sensitive here. I'm trying to be sensitive, but you got some dude it's sad. It's sad, but yeah, him being a Democrat shield punk. So this white woman done dump you somewhere, and you don't know who you are. You don't know who your real family is. You don't know where you came from. You don't know nothing.
It's tight.
So yeah, you got an identity crisis. So us standing on lineage business, shouting out our ancestors, we as foundational Black Americans, we can go to the records and see our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents. We can go down the line to the 1800s, 1700s. We can take you to the cemeteries. I can go down to Leeds, Alabama, go to the cemetery where my family is buried. I can show you tombstones going with 1800 dates on it, with my family's blood, sweat, and spirit in the ground. Many of us can do that. A lot of folks can't do that. Only foundational Black Americans can do that. For real. Going all the way back. We can do that as Black people. We can go all the way back.
That's a fact. My whole dad's side of the family is from a town called Auburn, Alabama. No, not Auburn, Opelika, Alabama. And that was like it's a very pivotal town in what happened in the slave trade. It was like a trade port, you dig? So a lot of my family fought in like the wars and everything that was going on down there, fought in the civil rights movement down there. So a lot of my lineage is tied to right there. What that brother just said is very true. Like I can go down there to Alabama. When I go down there for my family reunions, I can go to a gravesite and see all of my family members buried out there. You know what I'm saying? So this is very true what the brother is saying. And it goes generations upon generations.
To the beginning of this country.
Make sure y'all get into stonertrap.com. Check out the music and the merch. You dig?
You understand? What'd you say? I forgot who? No, I didn't forget nothing, Derek. No, we're talking about a dude. No. We're talking about a man who don't know nothing about his family. Let's be very clear. When a Black man comes from a white woman, that's a different vibe. See, it's different when a woman, but a man, a Black man, comes out a white woman, there's already confusion there. You're getting the Karen gene. All right, you got the Karen gene. That's probably why he's all sassy. He has the Karen gene. All right, he has that Karen mitochondrial gene. Oh, okay. Y'all ain't outside. That's all that sass. That's a sassy white woman. That's where that comes from. And
okay, man,
it's tragic. It sounds like the dude, no telling what his mama was doing for her to just give up a baby like that. He sound like he could be a trick baby.
That's rough.
His mama might have been out there doing something strange for a little piece of change. He might be a trick baby. No telling what his mama was doing.
That's real.
You know? For her to give him up like that, your mama, come on, your mama was outside. That's who was outside. That alabaster mama of yours, player. And dump you off. That's why you got a complex, sir. Your alabaster mama dropped you off in front of a Piggly Wiggly somewhere. Just horrible, tragic. And obviously you went in there and ate up every goddamn thing. You're big as hell. But shout out to the FBA family who adopted you. Shout out to them. That's that FBA spirit. From what I understand, an FBA family adopted the big old flappy trick.
So you mean to tell me that the Mr. Deante Cow, whatever, is talking crazy about foundational Black Americans as a way to get at Tariq Nasheed, and he's been raised by foundational Black Americans that adopted him when his white mother kicked him to the side? Come on, dog. You gotta be more serious. Come on, man.
They adopted him.
Start showing some respect around here.
I'm trying to be sensitive here, Mr. but we gotta,
do better.
I'm trying to be sensitive here. Hey, you big old trick, baby. Yeah, your mom sound like you might be a Freaknik, baby. Your mama went out to Atlanta and had a train ran on her during Freaknik, and damn, boom, man. Here it is.
Oh, man.
So you might be a Freaknik, baby. Lord, brother. Your mama wouldn't drop you off in front of Whole Foods. She dropped you off at some white shit. She dropped you off at Fantastic Sam's.
At Trader Joe's.
You got dropped off at some white shit. They drop you off at Olive Garden.
Dropped them off at a Tom Thumb.
Yeah. Somewhere where you had, they fed you right away, my nigga. But listen.
What?
We got a lot of people in here. Respect everybody in here. Don't get mad at us, young man, because we know our lineage. We know our lineage, sir. We know our lineage, and we're proud of our lineage as foundational Black Americans, and we're recognizing our lineage.
Come on, FBA all day, baby. Let's go.
And a lot of these people who latch on and leech onto our lineage, they feel excluded, which you should, because your lineage is your lineage. Our lineage is our lineage. It's very unique, and we're going to recognize ours. We're not generic Africans. We're not generic minorities or generic people of color. We have a very specific lineage that we are taking pride in. There's nothing wrong with that.
FBA all day, baby.
Let me play some more of Winnie the Punk. Let me play some more. Hold on. Let me play some more of him. Going on his rant. Hold on.
And his psychology is that.
Hold on, wait. This one I want. Right here, this one.
Questioning niggas. Where you from? Where was you born? Nigga, gotta show you your freedom papers? Damn, massa. I gotta show you the freedom papers? Who is these niggas on this nag? Bunch of motherfucking Stevens over there trying to check a nigga blood. Wanna check a nigga papers.
You damn
Sound
right.
like ICE.
You damn right.
Another 3-letter organization. Healing and perspective or hate speech and fear mongering.
These are DNC. This is some shit from a think tank at the DNC.
Yeah, because
but a lot of us only know how to be in community with abusers. So when niggas start talking about healing, when niggas start talking about organization, we start talking about inclusion, we start talking about mass communal practices. You've never seen that. That's not your experience. That's not where you feel comfortable.
Boy, that's some shit out of a think tank. That people don't talk like that normally.
Hell nah.
Fat boy, you damn right we checking paperwork. You damn right we're checking paperwork. We ain't letting any and everybody come up trying to represent us.
Negative.
We're checking everybody's paperwork. We're checking backgrounds. You damn right. We done sat here and let too many tethers who have ill intentions come among us, and that's dangerous to us, and we're just not letting it happen no more.
Exactly, because what happens is that, all right, cool, y'all thinking of it on the social level, social media, just water cooler talk at work, like regular shit, right? But what happens is this becomes the thing that they do as far as disrespecting us once they get over here and not acknowledging the Black community. You see how Shabuzi did it. He's an entertainer. Think about Kamala Harris, who set up her whole campaign as if she was a Black woman, right? She even did the whole hot sauce thing and all the weird shit, right? So when it came down to asking her about what she would do for the Black community specifically, if she would do something only for that community, she said it with her full chest. I will not do anything specifically for the Black community. She said she will not do anything. So when we get people like that, when we get a Obama, when we get a Byron Donaldson, when we get, you get where I'm going, these people are detrimental because they start fighting against the lineage. When we start trying to stand up for things like reparations, fair housing, police genocide, you get what I'm saying? They start fighting against these things because they don't recognize the struggle because they not us.
Anybody who wants to come in and act as some form of representation, we're like, no. Where are you from? Where the hell are you from?
Whoa, man, amazing car. When did you...
StonerTrap.com for that music and that merch.
Because right now, we're so on code as far as our lineage, foundational Black Americans are checking everybody who comes around trying to act like a representative, as you should, ladies and gentlemen. The FBA lineage family just got these fake-ass Black Panthers out the paint.
Come on.
You got these fools pop up, some racially ambiguous dude. Hey, y'all, what's up, man? I just started the new Black Panthers. Man, we ready to yeah, pop these crackers and shoot ICE, and yeah, we're going to stand up for immigrants, so y'all need to come on down and join my organization. We just like the Black Panthers in the 60s. And everybody was like, nigga, where are you from? Who's your family?
Come on, perfect example. And I did a breakdown on that in my last video. And on TikTok, it's getting a lot of traction because I spit a lot of truth in that video with the breakdown. What I did was I showed dude that he's speaking on, I think his name is Paul Birdsong. I showed him with his fake Black Panther movement, and then I did a contrast and I showed the real Black Panthers in Chicago that are with the Unity movement, and how Fred Hampton Jr. is still alive, and how he's doing community work, and how he doesn't acknowledge this guy. And I brought up how Maisha Newton, who is Huey P. Newton, one of the founders of the Black Panthers organization, this is the founder's niece. Name is Maisha Newton. She is suing Paul Birdsong for defamation of the damn organization because he running around using the name, but he's not a real fucking Black Panther. So I did a breakdown on that whole shit, bro. It's very important that we are delineating and that we are asking questions, because now we're starting to roll out a lot of the bullshit that's been set up as just, bro, it's bad, G. You could tell.
Yeah, everybody started checking that dude's paperwork. Turned out the paperwork was dirty. Even the original Black Panthers had to distance themselves from the dude. You damn right we're checking paperwork. We're checking everybody. We ain't gonna sit up here kumbaya and just everybody come around us and represent us. They had to change. The FBA family made them change their name. They're the Black Lions now. Or the Tether Tigers or some shit.
The Tether Tigers is crazy.
Yeah, you got them the hell up out of it. Ain't nobody playing games no more.
Stop.
We ain't doing the whole Tether tent where everybody can come and represent us and act like they're us. And no. Listen, lineage matters. I want y'all to understand something, ladies and gentlemen. Lineage matters. It does matter. Because when you have a lineage camaraderie with your constituents, naturally, a politician or somebody in a leadership position, naturally, you're going to look out for that group that you have more of a lineage camaraderie with.
That's just natural.
And if you do not have a lineage camaraderie with them, you're most likely to turn on the people. It's easier for you to be co-opted by outside forces. For example, family, y'all remember right after the Civil Rights Movement, around the country, there were a lot of Black mayors and Black representatives getting elected into cities. And things would turn around for the Black community. Down in Atlanta, Maynard Jackson, I think his dad was a part of the Civil Rights Movement. If I'm not mistaken, we're Atlanta people. But it was Maynard Jackson who really made Atlanta a Black mecca. Him and Andrew Young, too. I give Andrew Young their credit. Maynard Jackson, when they were building the airport, he said, hey, 35% of them contracts for construction is going to have to go to Black firms. They made sure Black folks got some of that paper from the state and from the city. You understand? Yeah. A lot of our foundational Black American politicians were doing things and putting deals together to make sure the Black community was straight. Harold
I was just going to say Harold Washington, Chicago.
He made sure that contracts got to Black firms. Harold Washington was looking out for Chicago. He put a lot of people in city positions because it was lily white. They started putting, hey, we're going to get some Black folks up in here.
Yeah, he did diverse representation. He did political reform and governance. I'm looking it up on Google, y'all. He did economic infrastructure and development. He initiated a $1.6 billion expansion of O'Hare Airport. So the reason O'Hare is as big as it is when y'all fly to Chicago and y'all love it so much is because of Harold Washington, the first Black mayor of Chicago. He did civil rights and human rights. He was the first Chicago mayor to actively support LGBTQ political participation. So think about it like this. We got a mayor like Lori Lightfoot in the future because of Harold Washington in the past. You see how that worked? Man.
Harold Washington did a lot of great things for Chicago. Where are my Detroit people? How many of y'all remember Coleman Young? Where are my Detroit people? How many of y'all remember Coleman Young? Foundational. Coleman Young was an OG. He's from Alabama. He was a Tuskegee Airman, but he was the mayor of Detroit in the 70s. Well, he was the mayor for a long time. Coleman Young looked out. Coleman Young did a lot of stuff for the black community there. When they were building the Joe Louis Arena, give some of these black firms some of them contracts. Get that, there was a unit in Detroit, a little racist-ass police unit called Stress that would target black folks and unalive them. He said, get that shit out of here. He busted that up. So Coleman Young was looking out of Detroit. Marion Barry. Oh, Marion Barry. Yeah, Coleman Young was the truth. Coleman Young was a gangster low-key. But yeah, Marion Barry was another one. Marion Barry, man, he made sure that black firms got city contracts and construction contracts. He got city and state city funding and federal funding for youth job programs. He gave hundreds of thousands of black kids jobs in D.C. Man. That's why they called Marion Barry the jobs mayor.
Come on.
That's why he...
Hey, Jay Philly, I definitely agree with you, bro. Kyle is very performative, G. He's performative.
Got reelected after they got him in that little crack thing. He still got reelected. They're like, I don't care about him smoking crack. Hell, he helped me get a job. You know? Marion Barry would go to meetings, and if it wasn't no black people on the board, he'd walk out. No, y'all holler at me when y'all get some black people up here. Yeah, Adam Clayton Powell. That was another one. He looked out for the black community. Adam Clayton Powell. That was another one. Yes, he was. Yep. Adam Clayton Powell. So yeah, our foundational black American politicians, they looked out for the community. Even the few we have now, the very few we have now or had recently, because they done tethered everything up. Yeah, they called him the mayor for life. Tom Bradley did some good things for the black community in LA too. Tom Bradley did some things. He's black mayor out here. So the FBA politicians in the 70s, 80s, they were doing a lot of good things for the black community. They were looking out.
That's the thing. You can't trick a person that knows the history. You got to really do your homework on the history, and that's why it's important to highlight the lineage, respect and recognize the lineage, and really study it, because we come from some great people that have done great things. That's why they can't run nothing by Tariq, because he took his time to really study the lineage.
They said we have to stop that. We have to stop that.
Whoa.
And I want to make it clear, that's not just a him thing. All of us are like that at a point, you know? All of us can be like that. You can sharpen yourself to be like that.
Eric Mays. Eric Mays, foundational black American. Eric Mays was giving them people hell up there in Flint. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all saw them videos of Eric Mays. Eric Mays was giving them the damn blues up there in Flint. He was really checking them about poison in the water. He was like, no. That's why he was so mad at them. That's why he was so ticked off, because he knew they were doing little janky stuff with the water. So Eric Mays was on their damn bumper. He was really, really looking out for the community up there, making sure that resources was coming to the community. He would be up there cussing all them people out. They know Tethers ain't gonna be on that. That's how we get down. They know we get in and go off. Yeah, R.I.P. to Eric Mays. Loved Eric Mays. He was a rider. That was the last of the Mohicans, all right? Eric Mays was the last of the FBA politician. He was the last of the Mohicans, man. That's why I hate that he passed. He was the last of that kind. Yeah. Them FBA politicians going there just whooping everybody's ass. I loved it. But starting in the 90s, they said, oh, no, we got to stop. No, we got to get... They're empowering the black community. We're going to have to switch this thing up. We got to switch it up. So they started, I want y'all to notice, in the 90s, this was very deliberate. They started getting these damn tether politicians and started to elevate them in the 90s. In the 90s, they started doing this. They started finding these politicians because they knew we were going to look out for each other, because we lived among each other. We were relatives. Hey, if, we look out for each other. That's just how FBAs do. We look out for each other. You go down to Atlanta, every time I go to Atlanta, I go to a drive-through somewhere, somebody ends up giving me some free food. What's up, player? I'm gonna give you some extra crystal hamburgers, man. we look out for each other. All right? FBAs, we will look out for each other. But in the 90s, we started seeing these non-FBA politicians get elevated. We started seeing it in the 90s heavy with Colin Powell, who's Jamaican, Eric Holder. The Clinton administration brought him in. He's from Barbados somewhere.
Look, even Barack Obama, I was just sitting here Googling it because he said something that kind of triggered my brain. Barack Obama started his political career in 1996. The first time he ran for office was 1996. So the 90s, like he said, he went to be the state senator.
I want y'all to think in the 90s, who we start seeing. What's that lady? Susan Rice. She's black. She was, I think, was she with the Clinton administration? Susan Rice. She's like Jamaican. Some of her people are Jamaican. You understand? Come on, I want y'all to do your research on this. Sheila Jackson Lee, she came around in the 90s. That's when she started getting elected. Sheila Jackson Lee, Jamaican. Somebody real famous, C. Dolores Tucker. How many of y'all old enough to remember her?
That name sounds familiar.
How many of you are old enough to remember C. Dolores Tucker? Tupac rapped about her.
Okay. Maybe that's why I heard it.
C. Dolores Tucker, her family's from the Bahamas. She's non-FBA. A lot of folks don't know that. What did she do in the 90s? She hooked up with a white Republican named William Bennett and started attacking black people, started attacking black rappers. C. Dolores Tucker, she got her weight up and got her clout by attacking black rappers. That's why Tupac and them guys were clowning her. She's a tether. Yeah. Tupac called her out. All right? We're showing you the pattern here.
It's definitely a
We're
pattern.
showing you the pattern. So we start seeing these non-FBAs getting into political positions. Obama, early 2000s.
I just said that. I just looked it up.
Kamala Harris. You see? And then they try to erase our unique lineage here and try to make us, we're going to use the term African American. Remember, the African American, that's 88, 89. Coming into the 90s, now we got this new term, African American. We got all of these tether politicians coming in, representing us, and things start going downhill. All of a sudden, immigrants get prioritized.
Exactly, and that's my thing. What Tariq says, and a lot of his videos, he often makes this a thing. He says, do the research. You don't have to just blindly follow what the man is saying. When he says it, you can go behind it and fact check it. And a lot of this shit makes sense. You'll see a pattern, and it just becomes undeniable that people are tethering on to us and using us and the proximity to us to get to greater gains and then discard us completely. Just no regard for the fact that we exist, let alone built this entire infrastructure that you're trying to gain and benefit off of.
All right? And then we get Obama. We see the benign neglect that he implemented, didn't do anything. Then they tried the same with Khamenei. We said no. So naturally, everybody got on a vibe where, hey, we're going to have to look out for our lineage. This lineage thing has to be looked at. See, people, they're trying to act like I came along and brainwashed everybody to focus on their lineage. It was a natural progression because everybody kind of saw what was happening, and people said, hey, you know what? Instinctively, we're going to have to look out for ourselves because you got these people who's trying to erase us. And not only that, we're helping all these immigrant groups come over here, and then they're turning around, flipping on us, and they've delineated from us. All of these different groups have pejorative names for us. They know we're an other. They know we're different.
To start a podcast.
Right. Make sure y'all get to stonertrap.com. Check out the music and merch.
So it's okay for them to delineate, but it's not okay for us to delineate. Now let me play another clip. Let me go back to Winnie the Punk. Let me play another clip of him. Now, this is a clip of him. Remember, he did that interview with Monaleo. Now, Monaleo, this was a play they were running. They were trying to do the sexy Solon song.
Happy FBA month, family.
And
Happy FBA
Solon,
month.
that term is the same exact term as foundational Black American. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing.
He said Jesse Jackson came. This Dave East. He said Dave East 8715. He said Jesse Jackson came up with African American, though he's FBA. And that's true. That's kind of wicked to think about, right? But that shows that people can be co-opted. And I had a conversation with somebody, with one of the homies earlier, and I was telling him that because he's kind of soft. He's soft around the edges as when it hits his ear about the delineation movement, his heart pump Kool-Aid. So he be like, bro, I don't feel right when we talking about Africans and those are brothers and sisters and da-da-da. And I just had to explain, like, tether is just a word to explain the people that undermine us. We understand that not all of the people that come from other countries that are Black immigrants are going to come over here and undermine us. We know that. We know that not all of them are like that, but way too many of them are like that. So we have an identifier for them. And he was like, well, we got people that's FBA supposed to be, and they don't fuck with us, they don't rock with us. And I was like, that's cool. And we have names, we have identifiers for them. People call them coons and sambos. Excuse my language, but that's what they get called. We have an identifier for them. So why wouldn't we have an identifier for people who come from a different country and come disrespect us? We need to know who these people are.
But the Democrats, they
all
say,
that to say what? Jesse Jackson is
let's grab onto that term because the lineage, the whole delineation movement, we need to find a way to kind of co-opt that. So they said, yeah, we can use that term and then flip it because nobody knows the real definition of it. So we can flip Solon. So they did the video, the sexy Solon, and the girl got all these Pan-African flags all over the place. And then they were deliberately trying to misconstrue what a Solon was. A Solon is a foundational Black American. It's the same thing.
Same shit.
But they were flipping Solon to mean if you were born here, even if your family's from Jamaica or whatever, but if you were born here, you're Solon. They were trying to flip it on that. And Brother Maroc and those guys who created the term Solon, they were like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. So let me play this clip of him interviewing Monaleo, and we end up getting that bullshit out the paint. Hold
on. No, Dave, he don't be calling everybody a tether. He don't be calling everybody a tether. When they come, you got to pay attention to, I watch a lot of his shit because I be doing work and all types of shit. I just let it play. At first, when I first heard it, I did think Tariq I was like, damn, he getting wild. But a lot of the time when you start peeping the language and how people come in bad faith and the shit that they be saying, they be slick disrespectful. And Tariq won't go there and start calling them a tether until they get disrespectful. It's a lot of people that's able to come in and have conversation and discourse with him when he's running his podcast, and it's just cool. And they from the diaspora. They might not be Black American, you dig? And they still get all the respect. In fact, he just went over to Africa as a damn near just as a ha-ha to show the tethers like, bro, I can come to Africa and have a good time and enjoy the people and they enjoy me. So it debunks the fact that people think he believes all Black people amongst the diaspora is tethers. Like, that's not true. He cannot. Man, look, I'm gonna let him talk.
Now, this is him. I want y'all to listen to what he's saying here. Hold on one second. Let's give y'all a refresher. Hold on.
Shout out Greg standing on that certified FBA business. I see you down there, Greg English. Say good evening, Aboriginal FBA family standing on certified business. That's what's up.
People who are African American, descendants of slave, Black American descendants of slaves that have a culture that is rich here in America based off the movement of your soul. Okay? So you niggas not redefining that. Okay? I think the most important thing about being a Black American is with the global presence that we have in our culture, with the copycatting that happens in our culture, with the denial of our culture.
Where's your culture, man? Your culture is a white woman who dropped you off at hot dog on a stick somewhere.
It's up to us to like morally take a high road when it comes to certain shit.
Oh, see, now listen to this. See, here's that old John Lewis shit. This Democrat shield talk. Listen to all this we need to take the moral high road, meaning if we get abused, we gotta take it and just take the moral high road. Hold on.
So like being xenophobic doesn't help anybody, right?
No.
Being exclusionary of other cultures throughout the diaspora, even if sometimes y'all do that to us, that ain't our role.
Oh no!
Wait, no.
Hell, see, that's what they want us to be. They want us to be a bunch of John Lewises.
Yep. A bunch of fucking punching bags, a bunch of fucking goofies. That don't even make sense. How can you say that? How can you say that with your full chest as a man and not make people respect and recognize your lineage the same way that you respect and recognize theirs? It's simple. It's simple shit. Davey said, I've been watching Tariq for 20 years plus, bruh. He should have let Yvette run the delineation thing as ADOS. Is that the lady that's running ADOS? Cause he said he broke ties with them because they started doing a bunch of like weird fluky shit. They started getting compromised for the love of the money. So I don't know if Tariq's still rocking like that with them with the ADOS thing. He said they took it in a different direction.
See, that's what they want us to do. They want us to sit up here and get abuse. They want us to be abused by every damn body and still get out here and stomp for people. Nigga, hell no.
Hell no.
Hell damn no. It ain't that day no more. Those days are over, buddy. Those days are over, Winnie the Punk. Those days are over. I ain't about to get out here stomping for Myron Gaines and people like that, people who hate my guts.
It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to put yourself on the cross for people like that.
People who do nothing but denigrate us, that's what they want from us. That's why the Democrats would parade John Lewis around. They would say, look, John Lewis, tell him about what happened. Yeah, I got beat in Selma, but I was okay with it. They want us to be the abused sacrificial lambs for everybody else. No. They're trying to play this Jedi mind trick here. Now, just because everybody do you wrong, we got to take the moral. We as Black Americans, we got to take the moral high road. We can't be xenophobic now. Just because they do things to us, that's not our role. The hell it ain't. It ain't your job to be abused by nobody, Foundational Black Americans. That shit is over.
It's over, man.
Yeah? Those days are over. No, it is not our job to be abused. See, that's why that's that trick bag trying to get us out there in these streets with these damn immigrants. Hell no. Hell no. No. We're not doing that. All that take abuse. See, that nonsense ass talking point, family, that moral restraint talking point, that's only demanded of foundational Black Americans. The Democrats, they always frame us as that we got to be morally superior, non-reactive. Oh, we got to be endlessly forgiving. We got to forgive everybody. Yeah. Oh, forgive. Other groups, they're encouraged to protest aggressively, be ruthless, demand restitution. No, we got to... Telling us to take the high road, that's a tool of containment. Yeah? That means don't disrupt power, don't retaliate, don't demand consequences. No. We're not about to just be perpetual abuse victims.
That don't make sense.
I'm telling you, this is why this delineation movement has shaken shit up, man, because now we've gotten on code and we're not being abused right now. We're not being targeted because we're so on code with each other. We're hyper-focused, we're hyper-clear, and we're just not getting abused by nobody. Yeah?
We literally taking the back seat and watching as everybody kind of goes through something that we already had to go through for a very extended amount of time. See, this is a short window. This is just the beginning. Everybody is kind of putting the blame on Trump and ICE and that whole movement. But you got to realize that's a 4-year term. We did a 400-year bid with this country fighting. It's always been resistance. We never signed no treaty saying we are okay with the oppression that is going on. It's always been a fight. It's been up and it's been stuck since day one. You dig? So Davey said ADOS is not compromised. Tariq is just more likable. But he is not the guy for the delineation thing. See, the thing about it is delineation isn't packed to one person or a movement, right? Delineation is how everybody feels as a group. It's a group exercise, you dig? So it's one of those things where even if Tariq was to disappear from the movement, get compromised and say, all right, fuck all this black shit tomorrow, you dig? Everybody will still be FBA. Everybody will still feel how we felt. Everybody will still recognize the difference between us and the rest of the diaspora, just like they recognize the difference between them and us. They get up there and delineate on purpose. You heard the man Shabuzi. He got up there and said, immigrants built this country.
But yeah, that turning the other cheek, that they try to weaponize that as political discipline. See, if we push back, oh, y'all divisive, oh, that's dangerous. Oh, you helping Republicans. Oh. No. And you know what they like to do? See, they like to have us get out here and get abused. They like to show black pain and frame it as a teachable moment for others. Instead of correcting the harm that's done to black Americans, they'll use our suffering as a moral lesson for society. Mm-hmm. So they ask us to absorb all the suffering and absorb the abuse, absorb the pain, so that others can learn and grow. Fuck out of here.
Facts.
Man, the hell out.
Bro said, what was the delineation before Tariq? That's a good question. That's honestly a good question, but I'll put it like this. The delineation had always been real on their end. It's just the fact that we've recognized it. It's people that do not know Tariq or do not rock with him that are delineating from the rest of the diaspora, bro. That's just what's going. That's the energy in the air, brother. I'm gonna be real with you.
Here.
That is the energy.
No. Hell no.
That was a great question, though.
No.
You can say
and by the way, Winnie the Punk was up here trying to do some kind of program where he was talking to kids, so talking to youths or whatever. Let me see that clip. Hold on. Where's that one? So yeah, Deante is up here trying to talk to some youths. I don't know why they got him to talk to these kids. And these look like some street kids. And they weren't paying attention. They like all slouching in their seat. Hold on, look at this. This is like a big sassy Scared Straight program. Is it Scared Moist? Well, hold on, he's trying to talk to some
Moist
kids.
Is crazy.
Like, they're so not into it. Hold on.
Position where your authority could be violent with you if you don't listen to it. And you can't do that. But get no charges.
Oh, man.
The whole goal, every time, I don't care who you is, I don't care how you feel about it, unless you're just a sociopath.
Look how these kids are looking. The one kid over here yawning. You see one kid over here yawning to the left. The kid in the left yawning. They're like, if this fat bastard don't get the hell out of here.
And you need to be set.
One kid got his head down. They're just not into this bullshit.
On education somewhere. When you in jail, what's the main thing you want to do when you in there?
So yeah, these kids are looking like, man, look, Winnie the Punk. The reason why them kids ain't into what you saying, these are street kids. Mm-hmm. They know instinctively who's who. They know you ain't about no street life, dude.
Exactly.
They know you ain't about no street life, bro. They know just looking at you, you wouldn't survive a day in the streets. They can see through the fake. They can see through your fakeness, dude. They can see that you're a potential damn snitch. They're looking at you like...
He gonna tell the minute something happen. He gonna tell it.
This part of my juvenile probation, I gotta sit through the whole shit. They're like, yes, part of your probation is you got to listen to a sassy punk.
About street life, nigga.
Yeah, you got to listen to a sassy ass switching around. Y'all need to get out these streets, okay? Y'all don't want to go to jail, okay?
Yeah, that bitch like, y'all ain't outside.
Them kids know you ain't going to survive in the streets. Deante, they know you a damn snitch.
Fact.
You too fat to hang out in these streets. You ain't built for it, dude. They know the minute you get pinched, you get in that interrogation room, they offer your big ass a plate of spaghetti, you giving up the whole hood. Daryl, Jimmy, you be writing them names down. Craig, C, Ara, A, okay. You be in there writing niggas' names down. They know your big ass is gonna be in there snitching.
Stupid man.
Oh
man,
he gonna be in there drawing pictures of niggas. He gonna be snitch drawing. Hold on.
357. I see you, bro.
Okay.
I see you down there.
Okay, right here. He has a her name Daryl. Okay, he has a mole on his cheek. Okay.
Look at this character. He
ain't outside.
This fake look like him.
With a little curly face. Okay, he got full lips like that. Okay.
Turns out you should never sue.
Shit, this man Tariq play too much. G, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with the man, Joe?
He gonna be snitch drawing.
Drawing the sketch is crazy. Why doing my
You know that big old punk is a snitch.
Damn, I think I left my account.
That nigga a snitch sketch artist. He's gonna be draw snitching.
Draw snitching.
He gonna be snitching on they baby mamas. Okay. Okay. You know, Shaquanda. Okay, this is her right here. Okay. This is Shaquanda. Okay, this is her. This is baby mama. Okay.
What?
She got some big old titties. She wears some flip flops. Okay.
Them not flip flops, Tariq.
He gonna be draw snitching on everybody. Them kids ain't paying attention to this fool. They are not paying attention to this clown. This DNC shield. And let me jog your memory. We done told y'all about these DNC shields. He's all clicked in with Conscious Flea. All right, don't forget, he's clicked in with Conscious Flea.
If you clicked in with Conscious Flea, you ain't on shit.
This goofball, he's clicked in with him.
Yeah.
He's clicked in with old Conscious Flea.
Yeah.
There's them grinning like two bitches.
Okay, they dressed alike and shit.
And we know Conscious Fleas get down. Hold on, let me show y'all the receipts on Conscious Flea.
Somebody in the back.
Hold on. We pulled the paperwork on Conscious Flea. This is where the Harris campaign was giving all this money to a place called Good Influence. Digital consulting. You can look this up. This ain't Photoshop.
And this is the thing. Tariq is a monster because when he say somebody is a fed or op, he'll pull up receipts. These are receipts of the DNC sending him money. Sending Consciously money. I ain't know he did this. I remember him saying that he pulled up some receipts on him. And a lot of people say that Tariq is a fed and the op. Remember, that's what Dante Kyle said in the beginning of this video. So if Tariq is some type of op or being coerced by white supremacy, why y'all can't pull up the receipts the same way that Tariq is pulling up receipts on y'all? Make it make sense.
Federal Election Commission, you can see Harris for president. They were giving all of this money to an organization called Good Influence. That organization hires Conscious Flea. So you go to Good Influence's website. Hold on. This is their website. They literally got this punk on the website.
Wow.
This is Good Influence. They got Conscious Flea on here showing the rates where you can hire him. So this is what we're dealing with. These are paid Democrat damn ops,
Democrat ops.
We got paperwork on these niggas. You know? So
Dante Cal got 24 hours to respond with paperwork, Joe. or I don't want to hear nothing else about Tariq is the leader of shit. I don't want to hear nothing else about none of that. Y'all got to come up with paperwork that shows that he's some leader of a cult, that he's some, because FBA is a lineage, bro. It's it's simple. If you're a black American and your family is foundational to the beginning of this country, you FBA, whether you like it or not. It's not about an ideology. I seen the brother down there was saying something about a leader and clout and all that. It doesn't have anything to do with Tariq. Point blank, period. Yes, he may be the person that coined a term foundational, but it's a commemorative term to basically give flowers to the people that came before us. That's all it is, bro.
There's a paper trail on these clowns, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Hold on. Why these niggas got on matching outfits? What kind of whole ass shit is... Why they got on matching outfits? Yeah. I just kind of picked up on that. Why these dudes got matching outfits on? What the hell is that? They supposed to be Mary? What they got on matching outfits for? The hell?
I just said
that's bitch made.
It's a dude in the back matching too. Maybe they was at a wedding, but
man. But yeah, like I said,
maybe
we know he's a clown. We know Winnie the Punk is a clown. We know that, and all these canned talking points from the DNC. And right now they're trying to get in front of more people delineating, because right now you got the movie Sinners, which is a foundational Black American themed movie, and a director who identifies as a foundational Black American.
Come on, FBA all day.
He made a record-breaking Oscar nomination. He got 16 Oscar nominations. So a lot of people are further going to learn more about FBA culture, and if, boy, our brother get up there and shout out FBA family, boy, the Democrats going to be like, oh, my goodness. You see? So, a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, are identifying with their lineage. They identify as a foundational Black American. That's your lineage. Mm-hmm. It's decentralized. It's a lineage. There's no leader. There's no organization. You don't have to, there's no cult. They can try to reframe it as much as they can, but you can't. It is a lineage.
Period.
And because it's a lineage and people are getting on code around their lineage, the Democrats, they want to try to contain it. They want to try to contain it. And they know that the Black grassroots is a problem for them during these elections, because now we ain't going for these theatrics and these symbolisms. We're telling these people we are demanding tangibles. We're demanding tangibles. Now let me go back into the comments section. Let me go back to the comments section here. Now let's look at some of the people. Now this is what I had an issue with. Some of the people in the comments section. Like Blue Pill, the twin, Red Pill and Blue Pill. He was in here co-signing. Now Winnie the Punk was disparaging me, and Blue Pill, who I've had in one of my movies. I had him and his brother in one of my movies. He was like, ooh, a word and a half. Ooh, a pimp to pass the pipeline is diabolical. I said, oh, okay, brother.
Greg, we need to talk.
No, it's different when the homie's trying to op you. That's crazy, Tariq. God damn.
Okay. Oh, I see you. I see you, twin. I see you, twin. That's Blue Pill.
I see you, twin.
Caribbean, by the way. So I guess this delineation has
hey, this delineation is whooping ass.
Aggressive. I see you, brother. I see you, Blue Pill. I see you, Blue Pill. You saw his fake ass? Yeah, fake ass.
I'm telling you, the only people that have a problem with Black Americans naming their own lineage, naming our own lineage, and respecting our own lineage as that are people who are not of the lineage. That only makes sense, bro. That's all the common sense in the world. Cause other than that, you not gonna really hear a person give you too much flack about being a foundational Black American if they are Black American. They gonna know in their heart and their spirit and in the receipts of the 400 years that we've been here. Yeah, I'm foundational to the country. Yeah, I'm pretty much. Yeah, my family been here a long ass time, man. We been here a while. You got any? You can ask your brother. You got any uncles? Any cousins? Any Do they stay in the Caribbean? You got a cousin in Africa? You got an auntie over in Jamaica? Nah, all my cousins from 69th. Okay, cool. Is your family beyond that in Chicago? Is they beyond that from the South? Yeah, my family from Mississippi. My family from Louisville. My family from Alabama. My family. How long they been down there? Oh, since like 1700. Okay, so what are you? Foundational, right? The fuck?
I see you, blue pill, you fake ass bitch nigga. I see you. I see you, my nigga. I see you.
It's
I got that
common
on my
sense.
Rolodex, brother. He's always talking greasy. Yeah, they're Caribbean. They're Caribbean. So I guess that this delineation has them feeling a certain way. Okay. Yeah, blue pill is on that bullshit. Okay, blue, I see you. All right, that's what it is then, blue. All right, I ain't fucking with you. You ain't fucking with me. There it is. All right? There it is right there.
Line in the sand on there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Little snake ass. But let's see who else here. Again, where's my son? Hold on. There was my son, who's clicked in with Tamika Mallory. Where's my son? Where's his little tweet? Tell the truth, my man, my ninja. Yeah, my son, he's clicked in with Tamika Mallory, who was called out by Tamir Rice's mom for being exploitive. People were calling her out for doing Cadillac commercials off the backs of unalive black people. Gary Chambers. Let's look at old Gary Chambers, old chubby-ass Gary Chambers. Gary Chambers was in the comment section whining. Where's Gary?
Tariq watching everybody.
Where's that Gary Chambers?
He making a hit list, ain't he?
Hold on. Let me see Gary Chambers. Where you at, Gary Chambers? Where's Gary Chambers? Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? Let me get back to that. There it is. He said, this is Gary Chambers, dude hated on me over and over when I was running for U.S. Senate. I had one of the blackest platforms in the country, and he kept throwing salt on my name, but he pro-black, right? What'd I say to him? I said, Gary, what'd I say? I was like, Gary, you weren't going to win anyway. He's mad at me because they want to blame me for losing. They always try to blame me for losing.
Like one man got the power to make you lose the whole campaign. I
commented to him, Gary, dude, you were going to lose anyway. Stop blaming me for you losing. Because Gary, he wasn't running on shit. He was out here talking about he going to legalize weed. He's up there doing a campaign ad, smoking a blunt. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, dude. Yeah, get out of here with that. Yeah, I clowned him. Yeah, his campaign ad, he was smoking a blunt. Man, we passed that, man. We need tangibles. Damn all that shit, dude. Damn all that. Yeah, that ain't it, bro. What are you doing for the constituents down there? What tangibles are you doing? Y'all stomping hard for immigrants. Yeah, I'm asking these politicians what they're doing, and everybody else is asking them. Well, they don't like that.
They don't like that.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, they want black people to stay this just generic brand, off-brand of just blackness altogether, so we just don't ask any questions. That's why delineation is kicking ass, because we asking simple questions that are making people have to give us answers that have some type of fucking substance to it. You dig? So this shit is important, man. Keep delineating. Don't stop.
In Louisiana. And then we got Ebro. Ha ha ha, that ninja affair, ha 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 ha. So Ebro was Kakan and Kikiing in a lot of these comments. Hold on. You talking that talk. So yeah, Ebro was all in the comments, Kakan and Kikiing.
We got a tether in the comments. Tariq is the Pied Piper of grifting. That's a tether word. Grifting? Because grifting, when you say grifting, it's too vague. It's not really descriptive. See, like, maybe you late to the chat, Mr. King, Maggot Brain, but like 2 minutes ago, we just broke down how Tariq called somebody a fed or said that they was a scammer, and then he pulled up a receipt on it. So oftentimes y'all say Tariq is a grifter, but what is the grift? You got to explain the grift for us, bro. It hit different when you can't explain the grift. When you can't explain the way that he is scamming or how he's getting over or how he's finessing, you got to explain it thoroughly. What's the grift? What's he getting?
And I was being disparaged. I said, oh, really, Ebo? Oh, really? Now, Ebro's another one with a white mama. All right, white mama and a black dad, and we don't know where that black dad is from. That black dad could be a tether. But Ebro got in on it. And I said, oh, really, Ebro? So this was when I was in New York. All of this was when I was in New York. So family, I'm leaving New York. Snowstorm, the snowstorm in New York. And, this was up and all that shit. So I'm at the airport on my way back, about to get on my flight to LA. Lo and behold, who's in line to get on the flight to LA with me? Ebro.
Wow.
I see Ebro at the airport. We're on the same flight. Now, before we get on the plane, I'm like, I know that ain't Ebro. Hey, what's up, son? What's up, man? And I said, Ebro, what's with all that old fuck shit you typing? Y'all FBA, y'all be kind of sounding like MAGA. He started doing all that shit. All that MAGA, are we MAGA and all that shit. I said, dude, you on some Democrat shill shit? You and your fellow Democrat shills? Nah, man, y'all sound like y'all getting funded by MAGA. I said, oh, okay. Oh.
See, the thing about it is, Mr. King, maggot brain, you got to bring up receipts when you say stuff like that, bro. See, where we from is around the way. Where we from is a place called the streets, right? And if you going to call somebody something, even if you don't want to put it in the street realm, even if you just want to, the basis of being a man, if you're going to say something, you should stand on it. You did? The grift is him attacking, if you still in a movement and remain it. They rename it FBA from ADOS. I'll stop that, bro. That's cap. All of that is opinionated. All that's opinionated. That's all opinionated. The thing about it is, was ADOS being recognized as the lineage? Were we all calling ourselves descendants of slaves? Was that going to be the lineage name? That don't even sound like, that sounds like it would have been an organization. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like, FBA is a lineage. Y'all trying to pin it down to anything else is crazy.
Bro. Yeah, that Ebro low-key feels like it was the delineation movement. It was me and the delineation movement that got him fired. That's when it dawned on me. That's why he kind of had a little attitude. Yeah, nah, I mean, doing all that old word to the mother bullshit. I said, yo, y'all in that Democrat shield shit? Nah, I'm a registered independent. No, I ain't no Democrat shield. I'm a registered independent.
Cap. It's cap, cuz.
I said, okay. And we got on the plane, and I'm like, because we're standing in line in New York. I said, I want to holler at him when we get to L.A. I want to holler at him. I said, oh, all right, brother. I want to continue this conversation when we get to L.A. because we're about to board our flight. And I was hoping he was sitting in first class with me. I was sitting in first class. I was sitting in chair 1A. He was back there in coach somewhere. I thought he was going to be up here with me. So I can have a conversation with him to see what his problem was. If you got a problem with me, we're going to talk this shit out. All that old hopping in chat rooms and saying all that old bullshit. Yeah, we need to, I need to holler at you. We need to, for real. Mm-hmm. So he all the way in the back in coach.
Dave, that is not an opinion, bro. The thing about it is, if you are a black American, it only makes sense that if you are from here and your family has been here, that they are foundational. The term makes it's a common sense term, gang. Trying to fight it is the problem. I don't know. I'm finna start asking where y'all family from. Nah, I'm playing. I don't be doing lineage checks, bro. Hey, look, man, if you from here, you from here. I don't give a damn.
He's probably like 45F or some shit, but I wanted to holler at him. I wanted to continue the conversation, especially when we got to L.A. Nigga, I waited at baggage claim for about an hour. That motherfucker did not show up. I don't know where he went. I waited in baggage claim for an hour for Ebro to come down. He did not come down to baggage claim. I wanted to continue the conversation. I wanted to see what the hell. If you got a problem with me, let's discuss this shit. Because all that hopping in, yeah, especially if I see you hopping in the little room saying little old slick fuck shit.
Yeah, I know Tariq gave props to Ado. So I look, man, I've seen it, but you got to see he's also denounced that he don't fuck with that no more. And it's got to be for a good reason, bro. Look, man, the brother be stumping for a lot of things for the lineage. I just ran it down from everything from the Hidden History Museum to all of his films that he put out to the Rally for Reparations to actually going in the streets and bailing people out that was wrongly arrested and being tried by the system. Not only getting them out, but getting their charges dropped. Like, the brother does the community work, you dig? So I don't understand the whole grift thing. That goes over my head when I see somebody actually doing the work, and then the people that he's calling out, they're not actually doing the work. All they're doing is absorbing shit from the black community and exploiting the people. I don't see Conscious Flea doing the work. I don't see Deante, Kyle doing the work. But I see Tariq doing the work. So all of these little pejorative terms that y'all want to throw out there, I get it. You know what I'm saying? All of this is opinionated. I'm not stomping for the brother. You can feel how you feel. But that doesn't change the lineage, does it?
Let me know what's on your mind, homie. Let me know what's on your mind. And, let's get this shit out there. Get it all out in the open. But yeah, it dawned on me that Ebro must feel that the delineation movement got his punk ass fired.
Make sure y'all get to stonertrap.com. Y'all check out some of this cool merch and some of my music. You dig? Let's keep going.
You understand? Because listen, let me tell you something. Ebro and those guys, they lost the narrative authority with black audiences because of us delineating. This delineation movement is whooping ass out here, family. I want y'all to understand this. See, Ebro, he positioned himself as some kind of gatekeeper of black political consciousness. And the delineation movement, it exposed that him and all these other fucking tethers, they don't speak for us. So that stripped him of any credibility that he might have had with the audience. And that's what Hot 97 needed. They needed somebody with some kind of credibility. Yeah, people say he's always been a goofy. Yeah, from what I've been hearing, we've always been cordial, though. But yeah,
he definitely
he's a fuck
always
nigga now to
been a
me.
goofy.
All that sucker shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing all that shilling for Kamami. Yeah, he's a fuck nigga to me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna land it.
Some people say they ruined him.
I think I'm gonna land it on that because bro just keep going on this rant about Ebro. But it's been a cool stream. I definitely would like y'all to get over to stonertrap.com. That's where I stream more. And make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. It was definitely a pleasure. You dig? Y'all have a good night. Oh, now.